welcome back to my channel. I am iamadorelyric. Thanks for stopping by with me today. I am bringing you a new eyebrow tutorial on how to get these eyebrows on, what I do, what doesn't work for me, what works for me, some simple things that I can teach you along the way. So make sure you stay tuned, and while you're here, make sure you like, comment, and subscribe, and I will see you at the end. Okay guys, so first things first, we are going to need a eyebrow brush. This is something that you can get from Family Dollar, Dollar Tree, Target, wherever you need. Just make sure it's angled. First things first, I'm sorry, I'm really prepared, but every time I get on camera it looks like I'm not. And I feel like I have nowhere to put my stuff. I'm sorry, y'all. I'm trying to be very, like, professional, but not professional. I'm trying to be very, like, put together, clean cut on this video, but it's not really working out that way, but we're just going to keep rolling. So next, I am going to be going in with the Anastasia Dip Brow in the color Chocolate. This is a pomade. This is like $18. This brush was like $18 as well, but I did not get these at the same time. Before I got this brush, I was using, where are you? I swear every time I look for something it hides. Okay, goes. I was using this brush by e.l.f. for a while, which has the same exact thing, but obviously I upgraded to this one. So honestly, it's completely up to you. Whatever works for you is what you should do. All right, so you're gonna go in with your Anastasia Dip Brow pomade. Screw it off. So you wanna go in with the angle side and dip into the pomade. But before you do that, I always kinda comb my eyebrows in the direction that I want them, up in the front and then to the side as the further you get back on the brow. So up in the front, and then as you go down the brow, you kinda wanna sway to the way that your natural hairs go. The way that your natural hairs go. Take 3 probably. It's kind of just like combing your hair basically. You just wanted to make sure that your hair is in the right direction. So taking that angled brush, you want to have the angle. All right, so if your brush looks like this, you want to kind of slant it. Okay, so you want the higher side to be on the lower part. Focus it. You want the higher part of your brush, this side, to be in the beginning. So you want to hold it as if, just like that. And then as you continue to press on, you'll see why that's so important. Okay, so they always say that you should start your eyebrows at the tail. However, for me, I kind of never follow that rule, but we're gonna try it today to see if it turns out better. So you want to start, they say that your tail should always, well, I have a natural tail. For some people who don't have a natural tail, you guys may have to kind of use this trick. So the end corner of your eye is where your tail should stop, like that. So you don't want to, whenever you fill in your eyebrows, you don't want your wing to, or your tail to be down here. That's not realistic. Don't do that. Abort mission, okay? So taking that same dip, that same brush, you're gonna start at the tail on the bottom, and you want to follow your natural hairs. You don't want to imitate anything. If you don't have hair, then if you don't have much eyebrow hair, then it will be a little harder, but it'll be easier kind of because you don't have to necessarily find the hair. But for people who have natural eyebrows that are, you know, kind of in place, you just want them to be fuller, you should follow that. You don't want to make something of nothing, if that makes sense. So you want to make sure you're following your natural brows. For the people who don't have kind of like a template or a blueprint to go by, you guys kind of have free range to do whatever. So you can use the same technique though. So same brush. I keep talking about this like it's a different brush. It's not, but bear with me. This is kind of hard to explain, but I'm trying to make the best of it. All right, so right here, the bottom of your arch. So at the bottom, you kind of just want to follow your natural hair and pull that out like that, okay? And then top, you want to do the same. Your top of your brow should meet the bottom. Okay. And now I just kind of fill in, just trying to follow where my hairs are already at naturally. You see? Nothing too spectacular. I'm gonna go back in with a little bit more of the pomade and get a little bit more product on my brush. And just kind of follow that same routine. Like that. And follow it into the middle of your brow and just kind of fill in the middle spots wherever you see gaps. Because if once you start to fill it in, you'll see kind of spots within your eyebrow where it is not filled in. So that's kind of what you want to do in the middle, is just kind of follow your natural hair. Not, you know, not too making it too difficult, just literally filling it in. So it should look something like that. So the front is a spot that they say you should not touch. However, the spoolie end is a side where you can kind of fill in the front without doing it with the product. So you see how we just filled in the back end of our eyebrow? We are going to use a spoolie to comb through, and then using that same spoolie, we're going to go to the front of the brow and use the product that comes off of the eyebrow and onto the spoolie in the front. So that was a lot of words. Watch me. So you want to comb out your eyebrow with your spoolie, and instead of making any product on the spoolie or doing any changes like that, you just want to go to the front of the brow and swipe up. So when you do this, this should give you some sort of product without going to the front of it with your actual angle brush. Does that make sense? I hope so. So nothing too major. Honestly, it looks kind of basic. But this is how I do mine, and it works for me. I am gonna go back at the top just to kind of strengthen it up a little bit. I always feel like when I record something, it doesn't look how I normally would have it look. And I think it's just because I'm nervous, y'all. Struggle buzz. So as you can see, this is where your arch should be. If you kind of put it like that. So from the corner of your nose and you line it up with your brush, your arch should kind of fall in place there. So when I went back in with my brush, I just kind of went back to make sure that that arch was there, because at first I didn't see it. You can make your eyebrows as normal and basic as possible, or you can make them as extravagant as you want. I try to go with a natural looking brow. So now we're gonna switch over to the other eyebrow. You're literally gonna do the same thing. So next, you are going to go in with some concealer to clean those brow babies up. You can use an angle brush. I found out that this like round brush at the top tends to work pretty good. I also have a flat brush that works pretty good. These are both by Morphe. I also have this type of brush that works okay. But if I would say like the best one, I would probably go with this one. It's not the most precise, but it kind of gets places where a regular flat edge can't get to. So I am gonna go in with this shade right here. which is lighter than me, so it's always good to highlight the bottom. The top brow can kind of be your natural color, whether a concealer that's the same color as you for the top, but the bottom should always be like your highlight, so a lighter color. So that's shit. What's proppin'? All I got is these broken. So you literally just want to clean up the mess you made. So since my eyebrow isn't looking too hot right now, this concealer is gonna make it look hot. So you literally just want to be slow and steady, because slow and steady wins the race. So you just want to slowly go up under your brow and kind of take your time lining things up, and then we're gonna bring it all down. So watch. Can you guys see? Like that. And then I am gonna go in to this little gap right here and try my best to clean it up. The only thing I will say about that concealer is it's kind of dry. So if you have like a water bottle or a spray bottle or some sort, I would use that. I don't know if I like this concealer, even though I just said that I did. I don't know, because it's kind of like stuck. I mean, I guess it does the job, but it could be better. Let's see something else. Let's try something else. So guys, for the other eyebrow, I'm gonna try something else. I'm gonna go in with my LA Girl concealer in the color Fawn. All right, let's see if the other brow will be a little better. And I might even put some of this on top of what I just made, because it's kind of dry and it's like stiff. It's not really moving as much as I want it to. So I'm just gonna take some of that product I have on the back of my hand, and I'm gonna try and clean up what I just did. Tutorial is taking 30 minutes to explain. I promise it's not that deep. It's not this complicated in the morning, but this seems very complicated to me. So I am gonna go ahead and finish the rest of my face, and I will come back after it's done. But guys, basically on this step, all you would do now is just kind of blend it in with your beauty blender, and then finish the rest of your face, or you can either leave like that. I personally don't like having my brows on without having my face done, because I feel like it looks weird. So yeah. So now I'm just concealing my eyelid for when I do my eyeshadow, and I will be back once that's Hey guys, okay, so I am done with my eyebrows. These are what they look like. I just finished my full face. It is not perfect as I normally like it. There's some stuff that I don't want to get too close for y'all to see my imperfections, but this is the final look. Here are my eyebrows. I think they look pretty good. And remember that these eyebrows are impossible to get to be like exactly the same, at least for me. But the only thing about the concealer that I use, it kind of stains, whereas with the other one is kind of blends a little bit better with the eyeshadow, but you guys can't really see that. So I'm gonna stop pointing out the little stuff that you guys can see. However, I had fun filming this tutorial. I actually put a little eyeshadow under each eyebrow to kind of give it like a little shimmer or whatever. So yeah, I guess I'm getting a little fancy or something, but yeah, I think they look pretty good. I probably need to get them waxed soon. So but yeah, y'all, so this is the end of the tutorial. I hope I made sense. I know I am somewhat confusing sometimes, and I like stumble on my words, but y'all be knowing what I mean. Sometimes like I explain stuff very well, but like I think more so about what I'm saying instead of just saying it. So I hate Tristan. Why are you out here? You're making me nervous.
Do you have a fingernail clip? Because I can't find mine.
Maybe somewhere I'll find it for you.
Where? I need it.
I'm busy.
Okay, do you have, what about would you have it?
Seriously.
Seriously? You sitting here recording like you dressed.
Anyway, y'all, Tristan clearly interrupted our vibe, but like I was saying, sorry if I'm a little confusing, but I think you'll get what I was trying to say. So I will see you guys next time. Make sure you like, comment, and subscribe. Bye.